Imagine working your entire life for money, only to realize money has been working for you all along. That's the mind-blowing flip Rich Dad Poor Dad reveals, and it's why most Americans stay broke while a few get filthy rich. Today, we're diving deep into the core philosophy of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. We'll break down the key mindset differences between his poor dad, a highly educated PhD who struggled financially, and his rich dad, an entrepreneur with an 8th grade education who built massive wealth. You'll see exactly how these two worlds think about money, assets, and freedom. Why does this matter? Because adopting even one of these shifts could turn your financial struggles into real independence. We're talking escaping the 9-to-5 trap, building passive income, and retiring on your terms. If you enjoy videos that break down money and business in a simple, honest way, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who should see this. Let's set the stage. Robert Kiyosaki grew up in Hawaii in the 1950s and 60s. His biological dad, the poor dad, was a state government employee with a doctorate in education. He preached the classic path: study hard, get good grades, land a secure job with benefits. Sound familiar? That's what most of us were taught in school. Then there's Mike's dad, Kiyosaki's best friend Mike's father, the rich dad. He dropped out of school young, started businesses, invested in real estate, and by his 40s owned multiple companies and properties generating millions. No fancy degrees, just street-smart money moves. Kiyosaki was 9 when he and Mike asked Rich Dad to teach them about money. What unfolded changed everything, and it's the blueprint for why the rich keep getting richer. The first massive mindset clash hits right at the definition of money itself. Poor Dad saw money as something you earn through a paycheck. Trade your time for dollars, pay your bills, maybe save a little. It's linear. Work more, earn more. But Rich Dad flipped it. He said the rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. Picture this. Poor Dad gets paid $5,000 a month as a teacher. After taxes, mortgage, car payments, and food, maybe $500 left, if that. Rich Dad, he buys apartment buildings. Tenants pay rent that covers the mortgage and spits out extra cash. One building cash flows $2,000 a month. Buy 5, and that's $10,000 passive, no extra hours punched. It's the difference between being an employee versus owning the system. Zoom out, and it gets even clearer with assets versus liabilities. Poor Dad bought what he called assets: a nice house, new cars, college funds for the kids. But here's the trap. Those things cost money every month. House payments, car insurance, tuition, they drain your wallet. Rich Dad defined assets as anything that puts money in your pocket: stocks that pay dividends, rental properties with positive cash flow, businesses that run without you. Liabilities? Anything sucking cash out. That McMansion with a $4,000 mortgage? Liability if it's eating your income. Kiyosaki shares a story. Poor Dad scrimped for years to buy a house, only to watch property taxes and repairs wipe out any equity gains. Rich Dad bought his first property at 20-something, a rundown duplex, fixed it cheap, rented it out, used the income to buy more. By 40, his portfolio was printing money while Poor Dad was still punching a clock. Taxes seal the deal on who wins. Poor Dad paid the highest rates because employees get hit first. Uncle Sam takes 30 to 40% off the top. Rich Dad, he structured everything legally to pay almost nothing. How? Corporations deduct expenses before taxes. Buy a plane for business? Deduct it. Travel to meetings? Deduct it. Real estate depreciation? Free money on paper. Real-world example, a middle-class family earning $100,000 pays about $20,000 in federal taxes alone. A savvy investor with the same income funnels it through a business or properties, dropping their bill to $5,000 or less. It's not evasion, it's using the rules the rich wrote. Poor Dad griped about the system, but Rich Dad mastered it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Most people miss this part. Now let's crunch real numbers to see the mechanics. Say you're 30, earning $60,000 a year like the average American. Poor Dad path: save 10% in a 401k, buy a $300,000 house with 20% down. Monthly costs: $2,000 mortgage, $500 property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. After expenses, you're breaking even or losing. Fast forward 30 years, house might be worth $600,000, but you've paid $720,000 total in mortgage and upkeep, retirement, Social Security, and a modest nest egg if you're lucky. Rich Dad path, same income, but invest $500 a month in rental properties. First deal, $100,000 duplex, 20% down, $20,000 from savings. Rent covers $800 mortgage plus $200 profit monthly. After 5 years, you've got 3 properties cash flowing $600 month total, $7,200 yearly passive. Compound that with refis and more buys, and by 60, you're at $50,000 plus annual passive income. No pension needed. The math isn't magic, it's leverage, using other people's money, banks, tenants, to build your empire. Corporations aren't sexy, but they're the secret weapon. Poor Dad worked for one, climbing the ladder slowly. Rich Dad owned them. Why? Control. Employees chase raises. Owners cut costs and scale. Take McDonald's. A franchisee isn't flipping burgers. They buy the real estate, lease it back to the corporation at profit, and pocket fees. One location might net $150,000 profit yearly after $1 million revenue. Scale to 5 stores, you're a millionaire. Kiyosaki learned this young. Rich Dad had small businesses like a comic shop and laundromats, all deducting expenses like family vacations as business trips. Psychology here, poor Dad feared risk, so he stayed safe and broke. Rich Dad embraced calculated risk, calculating worst-case escapes like bankruptcy protection for businesses. Here's the big reveal, the turning point that reframes everything. Schools never taught you to be rich because the system needs you poor. Poor Dad mindset keeps you as a consumer, an employee, buying liabilities, paying taxes, fueling the economy for the wealthy. Rich Dad mindset turns you into the house, not the player. The shocking truth? Kiyosaki's Rich Dad wasn't born rich, he built it by thinking opposite. Most Americans chase paychecks, the top 1% chase cash flow. That aha flips your world. Stop saying, I can't afford it. Start asking, how can I afford it? It's not about income, it's about financial intelligence, reading statements, spotting deals, negotiating like a boss. So what can you do today? First, audit your life. List everything under assets and liabilities. Sell the boat if it's costing you. Second, educate yourself. Read balance sheets, not just headlines. Start small. Buy a $50,000 rental with FHA financing if your credit's decent. Aim for $300 a month cash flow. Third, build a corporation or LLC for side hustles. Apps like LegalZoom make it cheap. Network with investors, not complainers. Track your numbers monthly, income in, expenses out, assets growing. Finally, mindset hack. Work to learn, not just earn. Take a job in real estate or sales to steal skills. These aren't get rich quick, they're the slow grind that compounds to freedom. The core of Rich Dad, Poor Dad boils down to this. The rich acquire assets, the poor and middle class buy liabilities they think are assets. Change your words, change your thoughts, change your actions, and money starts chasing you. What if the real Poor Dad was the one teaching safety over smarts? Hit you yet? If this video helped you see money differently, like it, share it, and subscribe for more deep dives like this.